third episode today. If the internet holds up, everything is fine. If it doesn't, I have to continue this tomorrow. I am surprised that this DLC is this good though. The dude has like three different powers. Before he was just a regular assassin with skills. Now he's like more than a man. He has powers and stuff. So it's really good actually. And the story is pretty interesting. It's like everything shift how it was in Assassinations Creed 3. And it's like those who were your allies are now your enemies, and those who were your enemies are now your allies. But some people who were your allies still remains your allies, and new characters you've never seen before are now present in the game, or you heard of, or present in the game. So it's really interesting, and I know it's all tied to what's going on with the death of Desmond and Juno being awake in all of the Assassinations Creed game, all of the Assassin's Creed game, all of them, from the first one all the way up to Shogun Era 1, all the way to Black Flag, all the way to the Odyssey and Origins. They're all tied towards those damn aliens, and I like to call them aliens because that's what they are. Once you start living past 1,000 years, you're not really considered human anymore in the state of human, because I believe the oldest living human being was like 800 or something years old, at least known, recorded, based on logic of what the past wrote down about the oldest living human being. And then there's the mythology of human beings living past 1,000 years, into going all the way back to into Noah times, or before Noah, pre-Noah times, to live past 500 years if they're able to use genetics in order to keep them to live past 500 years. Once you get past like 700, 600 years, it's like your body, is it still considered human anymore? The compost, the organic, the matter of your body, is it still human anymore? Because it really can't sustain itself. Something has to sustain it. So how much of it will break down and transform into something else? Because the moment it's transformed into something else completely, it's not really human anymore. And I believe that will probably happen, like, if technology becomes that good in the future, that it could retain original human DNA, and that's the future. But the past, I don't think so. Methuselah and all those theories, that's hard to believe. But once a person goes past 1,000 years, but like, they're like aliens. They're not humans anymore. Juno and all those crazy people. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the Templars trying to follow Juno in her path and trying to become immortal as well. Who knows? Who knows? Those alien psychopaths are nut jobs, like universal dictators, I call them. But it is fascinating to me that throughout all the different games, it's like I get there's different era and different histories going on, but it's all layered into just one thing. Events of the past, it's not like they're actually happening at different time frames. When you use the animus, when you use the system, you're kind of still in the present. It's just everything is just being brought to you from the past. You're just accessing things, reliving events, when it's already gone. So you really still are in the present. So let me continue the story before I get some network issues. Civil unrest, huh? Okay. Okay, so there's certain things I'm trying to get, but I'm supposed to cause civil unrest about the place in order to free. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm supposed to cause civil unrest. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Um, it says hold triangle and move L. Just hold triangle and move the left stick. So I'm holding the triangle. Don't get it. Hold triangle and move L down to hang. Okay, so why doesn't he hang then? Why does he just look down? I'm holding L. I'm holding triangle and looking down. This is stupid. Why doesn't it just... Let me try a different location. Doesn't really make sense to me.
King Washington will bring us glory. King Washington will bring us riches. Dedicate yourself to the king, and all will be well. He is our beacon.
Tell the truth, damn it!
Task fail. Oh, because I killed him? The hell. Hold triangle and move L down to hang. No. Did the wrong thing. Maybe I'm supposed to be in a different mode. Triangle up and move down. Use the rope. Use the rope. Okay, so I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm not even paying attention to the objective. Rope dart. I'm not even paying attention to objective. I'm just doing whatever. Okay, so the rope darts. The rope dart is hold, selected, and it's moved down. I'm holding triangle and I'm using the rope dart. Okay, let's try that again. Hold triangle and use the rope dart. It's strange. Okay, wait. Triangle, use rope dart. Showing. Okay, let me. Rope dart 2 is active. It's very strange. That's bullshit. That's not looking down, that's the circle button. The rope dart tool is in effect just like it says, use the rope dart tool. Would you says here triangle and move down. Hang on. I'm gonna do here. And I guess it's the action button for using action with the rope dart selected. But the rope dart is selected. Oh, okay, fine. No. if I press circle, he'll just let go. So I'm gonna hold, I'm gonna press downward. But he just climbs back up. Like, what the hell? Hold triangle. Makes no damn sense. What the hell's going on? Triangle, look down. Hold triangle, look down. Rope dart tool is in effect. I'm gonna look down, but that has nothing to do with. You can't look down without moving the R3 controller. And he automatically climbs back up by himself. The hell, man. Rope dart 2. Okay. Rope dart 2. Starting to get pissed off here, man. Like, the instructions are so fucking stupid. But like, it says nothing in the instructions about circle. But you have to hang. Let me. It's not the X button either, because X make him climb right back up. Not R3. Because that's active. I'm looking down. I'm holding triangle. He just climbs back up. What the freak? Let's try this again. Hold triangle and move L down. Hang on. All right, using. Hang an enemy using the rope dart. So I have to be an enemy here while the rope dart is in effect. Well, if the enemies are dead, how am I... Shouldn't it load in an enemy? If enemies are dead, I have to go to another location. Okay. Come here. Okay, there. Okay. What? But... Oh my god. But if the enemy falls off on his own, like, if he falls off on his own, how am I going to be able to do it if he falls off? Like, who came up with this bullshit? You're like, I'm not responsible for him falling off. I gotta wait for him to be on at the right time. And this is part of the main objective, to cause civil unrest. I'm gonna try a different one. Forget the ropes. Fuck the ropes. I'm gonna try a different one. These are rope ones. I'm gonna try this one. I'm gonna assassinate a blue coat.
Bounty we enjoy in this country is due to the beneficent policies of our king.
Let us tell the truth, damn it.
Oh, for crying out loud. I wasn't supposed to kill him. I was just supposed to beat him up. Okay, so I'll have to switch from weapons to fisticuffs. You know, I'll just do nothing but assassinate blue coats so I could get the show on the road. Great. I killed the target as well. I must remind myself to never use bear form.
Help complete the pyramid. Don't leave you still.
The great bounty we enjoy in this country is due to the beneficent policies of our king. Let us all remember how he labors to improve our lives and how he watches over us at all. The great bounty we enjoy in this country is due to the beneficent policies of our king. Let us all remember how he...
Tell the truth, damn it!
It's all mine. The king won't protect you. He's using you. Right up against him.
Washington is giving a speech.
Citizens of the United States, I come before you, a humble man. As I look out upon this vast land, I see each of you suffering. Yes, suffering, and striving for a better life, a better future, a better America. Each one of you, sacrificing, slaving for this great country, for freedom. And I humbly say to you, your sacrifices inspire me. They shall not be in vain. I know this life is difficult. The ravages of war, food shortages, crime, the burdens caused by Jefferson's seditious murderers. But we have a greater purpose that will unite us and lift us above these trifling troubles. For us, the obliteration of these rebels will be but a foretaste of the feast to come. Citizens, as I stand here, I feel the 4 million hearts of our nation beating within my breast. Today, I announce the great project of this nation. We are mastering vast armies. We are fashioning powerful armadas. We shall soon march upon our great dark enemy, England! We shall invade her shores and irrigate her fields with blood. English bones shall provide grist for our mills, and her people shall become our slaves. Each of you shall profit from the sweat of their labors. Our nation shall rise to its proper place as the greatest of all, the most sovereign kingdom, the United States of America!
The moment he starts saying enslaved people, you're like, yeah, you can't really combine sovereign with slavery. It don't work that way. I mean, you gotta be delusional. Call your country sovereign, but willing to enslave people. That was shit back in the days when people actually thought that they were the most sovereign place on the planet. But yet that practice slavery. Really doesn't work that way. Like, if you enslave someone and you say we're the most sovereign place on the planet, we're just enslaving the savages. Like, the moment you enslave someone, you are a savage, not by their free will, and you're shackling them. So if they're your enemies, you put them in prison. You don't enslave them because you're making them doing menial labor to prove a point that you have power. And that's what slavery is. It's not because you've captured and you imprison your hostages. You're now making them do labor around you in order to prove a point. Your ego. That's why when someone commits crime or a warring country gets defeated, they're put in prison or put to the death. You don't make them slaves because it's arrogance. You're like literally showing to the world that you're actually evil as the people you defeated by using them as slaves. Even though if they're evil people themselves, you doing an evil to the evil people, you're just repeating what they've done. Alright, so we'll escort this guy.
Hold tight. Hang on. Stay close.
Oh, okay. So they're gonna help me to fight, and he's holding. Okay, I wonder who the hell they were. Let's fight these guys and while he's holding.
Fall in. Wait. On me.
stay here. Stay put. Follow my lead. Whoa. This way. Hold. Hold tight. Let's go. Wait. Let's get going.
I appreciate the help. I'm with you, my friend.
This boy Washington has lost his mind. He's creating pyramids too. Almost couldn't say the word. He's losing it. But it's not really him, you see. Like, who do we know in Assassin's Creed who messes with pyramids? That crazy bitch. And her flock. The Templars. It's like whatever she's doing in the future right now, or should I say in the present, is affecting everything that's happening within this world. Is that what she's doing? Is that what she's doing? Rewriting the whole simulation and stuff. Slowly but surely turning reality and the simulation into just one thing. Because it hasn't been fleshed out yet in Assassin's Creed Shogun. Shadows, Or some of it has been. This is the early version of whatever's happening with Shadows. I haven't played Shadows, so I wouldn't know what the story is with Shadows yet. But I have a feeling it has something to do with all this. This is like this Assassin's Creed game is like a highly underrated game. Like highly underrated. Like I got them X-Men powers and shit here. Could turn into a bear, could turn into a bird, could turn into wolves. This is straight up X-Men stuff. We're like Assassin's Creed with X-Men abilities.
Today is a day of giving thanks to our King and Protector. All rejoice. Whatever our humble circumstances, we...
Tell the truth, damn it!
Fight for Jefferson!
Fight for liberty!
All parts of the city are ready to rise up. At last we will bring down Washington. I trusted him absolutely when we fought the British. Strange that these few years later I would risk everything to bring him down.
Has everything been prepared for my signal?
I have a man at the military district now. He'll know where the weaknesses are to be found.
We will signal the beginning of the revolution and destroy their gunpowder all at one time.
Treasonous acts against king and country, these men are sentenced to a shameful death by firing squad. Treasonous acts against king and country, these men are sentenced to a shameful death by fire.
Damn you. You couldn't have gotten here a bit sooner?
We must hurry to set off the explosion.
Yes, well, there's no easy way to get to the gunpowder. By my way of thinking, the best plan is to set that tower over there on fire, then topple it onto the depot.
I will set the tower on fire. You set up those powder kegs at its base.
That's actually funny. For some reason, I thought this was like Warframe or something. You could just like instantly teleport yourself. What is he doing? But he's already halfway down the damn thing. So it's not mission fail.
What's going on in there?
Yeah, I didn't understand that logic.
Fire! Is there anybody in there? Fire! Is there anybody in there? What's going on in there? What's going on in there?
Powder's in place.
Fire! Is there anybody in there?
This is one long DLC. I thought it would be like maybe an hour, 2 or 3 hours in the DLC, like a 3 hour DLC. But this is a long DLC. It's like more than an hour per each episode. With mission, with talking to people, with the story. It's either an hour or it's an hour and 30. It's either an hour and an hour 30. Like if you skip all the activities and you accomplish your mission, accomplish every mission that the game set out for you to do, it's probably going to be an hour apiece. But if you're not good at it, it's probably like an hour and 30 per each episode. Yeah, I think I might be right. Each episode might be a full hour. That's pretty good. Just for a DLC is pretty good. And that's just Assassin's Creed 3 DLC. That's not the other story that came with Assassin's Creed 3, which is also a DLC as well, but it's much longer than the Tyranny of King Washington. Far longer.
Our plan is working, my friend. Washington's troops are scattered. The palace is unguarded.
This will help you along. The mechanism's rather tricky, but I'm sure you'll be able to unravel it.
Very well. I will see you once I have succeeded. These doors were forced open. What target was up here? Why is this loose? Mother, you failed to stop Washington, but maybe I can follow you to him.
Someone in the palace.
Shoot anything that comes through there!
Dry. Too much for a human. Dried blood. Too much for a human. There are teeth marks on this. Someone broke through here.
Okay, what the hell? You can't climb on the walls. I can't see shit. You clearly have to keep going by doing this, but then you stop here. I was thinking maybe I'm supposed to go up the side of the wall, but he's not climbing. The hell? Will he go back? No, he won't go back. He only swings forward. The hell is this shit? Is there some type of thing on the wall or something? I mean, there's nothing. Just lights at the end there, and me hanging here. He turned around. Am I supposed to go down here? I don't think so. I think he might fall to his death if he tried to go down there. And I can't go back further than this. So let me see if I could go downwards. No, he just turns around when you press down. Press up, he turns the other direction. Let's try eagle for the lower area. But I'm supposed to go over here. It says that's the destination. So what the hell? These freaking old games, man. Buggy as shit. Am I supposed to do some type of crazy leap or something? Because he's gonna just keep dying. Because he just lets go when you press circle, he just drops. He doesn't leap forward or anything. Nothing down there. Obviously I'm supposed to go forward. The hell is this shit? This is so fucking stupid. Like, there's no indication of what you're supposed to do whatsoever. You can't see anything because it's so dark in this corner. You can't go up the walls. You can't just let go because you fall to your death. You can't hold on triangle, press triangle. Eagle Eye is supposed to show you exactly what you're supposed to do, but there's nothing. You can't use the wolf pack in the situation because he's hanging. He doesn't climb up. He just moves to the left and right. There's nothing like holes in the wall or anything I'm supposed to go through. I'm obviously supposed to swing forward, but he's not. Supposed to be a button for leaping forward or something. That R2 is the swing button. R1's the summon. This brings up your weapon wheel, which doesn't really do much of anything. To like hook on here or something. I swear to God, man. I might end the video here if I can't move forward from this. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is supposed to go on. And there's no indication what you're supposed to do. I'm pressing every button except the drop button. That's the button you don't want to press because he'll just fall to his continue falling to his death. And then this is the map. Map doesn't do anything. R3 doesn't do anything. X doesn't do anything. Square doesn't do anything. Triangle doesn't do anything. L2 doesn't do anything. R1 doesn't do anything. The only thing that does something is the swing button, which is R2, and the drop button, which is circle, where you drop to your death, and the eagle eye button, which is supposed to show you where you're supposed to be going. But you can't climb up on the walls. I mean, maybe there's something on the walls, but the game is so freaking dark here. You can't see jack shit. Like, this is probably the worst part of Assassin's Creed 3 DLC, because there's no indication whatsoever what you're supposed to do. Rope dart, go back, go forward. Go through the light in the wall. I mean, you're obviously supposed to go forward. Like, what the hell? Oh my God. And you don't press the swing button with the circle button for drop, because if you swing forward and press the circle, he drops anyway, where you swing backwards or swing forwards. So if I press the drop button as he goes back, he drops. It's not like he's gonna jump forward with the drop button. He just drops. You swing forward, he just drops. You swing backward, he just drops. This is some dumbass shit. You can't use the eagle anymore because you're not supposed to use the eagle here. The only thing that makes sense is the damn rope dart. The rope dart tool. Or maybe I'm supposed to shoot. Like, how will you shoot when you're hanging? Am I gonna like, see, it doesn't work. You can't take aim when you're shooting. Which probably is the same for a rope dart too. You probably can't use the rope dart when you're hanging. You know what? I'll look this up online. This type of bullshit is stuff I look up online. I'm gonna knock off a point from this Tyranny of King Washington for this. Typically, I wasn't giving this game any points anyway. I was just playing it because it was fun and everything. But now that I think about it, I should have been evaluating this game from the very beginning. From the very beginning, I should have been evaluating this game, evaluating everything. Because shit like this is just incredibly horrible. So I should have been evaluating this game from the very beginning. So now I have to waste fucking time looking on the goddamn computer for an answer how to get past a part. Because it's so damn dark. There's no explanation into the buttons. Like, the entire freaking DLC was going good up until this point. Christ almighty. What? I'm not. Oh my god. I'm not looking for mid-air leaps. You know what? I might have to end it here. I might have to end it here. I'm not going to go through many videos online of people doing Assassin's Creed 3 just to get to a point where they're in their video to tell you to see or for them to tell you how to get past this. This is some crazy bullshit here. Yeah, I'm not definitely not doing this. I'm freaking broadcasting right now. That's stupid. That's really dumb. I'm gonna take a full fucking 5 points off for this. I'm taking 5 points off for this. The DLC was going good up until now. Because when you're losing your mind with regards to something, that's more than just 1 or 2 points. That's like a 3-point thing. And I say 5 points off because I already been to a situation when the game didn't tell you how to specifically do something and you had to figure it out before in the Tyranny of King Washington. So I already took a point off from that. But now that I look at this, I'm like, wait a minute. It's not just that, it's this as well. And I'm figuring, okay, the game is telling you how to do certain things, but the button configuration with regards to doing certain actions don't work. They don't work. Like when I was doing that whole hanging, hold the triangle and hang when an enemy is on the rope while pressing down in order to hang the enemy from the ropes. And I'm assuming that's the same situation that's happening here. I have to use the rope dart, but that typically involves an enemy as well. Like, what in the shit is going on? Am I supposed to, like, as soon as I let go? As soon as I let go out, is there supposed to be some little door things I'm supposed to fly into? I mean, I swear to God, if this is some type of code that's bugging out, I'm going to take more than just 5 points. I'm going to take a full fucking point from this DLC if this is the actual code that's broken. I mean, Epic has been known for, including Ubisoft, have been known for having a lot of bugs in their games, in their old games. So if this is one, I'll be like, okay. Like, okay. It's another Ubisoft problem. But like, I see people playing like Assassin's Creed Shadows. One of the reasons I haven't played Shadows yet is for the same reasons why I'm having issues right now. Same with Bethesda. Like, it's hard for me to really get into a Bethesda game beyond like Doom because they always have these game-breaking bugs or bugs that are so bad you have to restart your whole fucking game all over again just to get by it. It's annoying as shit. Or their rules and how to do certain things. Press up, press down, press the left at this specific point. Like, they create all this real weird shit just to do simple tasks. I'm like, maybe there's a button on the wall that I don't see. But how can I see it? It's freaking the size of the wall or black as shit. And this boy doesn't want to climb back up. He just want to hang. I'm starting to think that maybe there is another line here. That there's missing a hanging beacon. Like, I'm on a hanging beacon right now. Or a hanging beam. Not beacon. A hanging beam right now. Or a hanging beam. And maybe there's supposed to be another one. But the game is bugged that there's no hanging beam. What the fuck is going on? I mean, if I'm supposed to flip forward, like... Nothing. Nothing. Alright, fine. Fine, I'll go through the whole goddamn thing of turning on my computer and spending a ridiculous amount of hours just to find an answer. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna drop a whole one from the game just for that. Just for the fact that I have to go on my computer to find an answer for something, I'll drop a full one from this. And I was thinking maybe it's part of the regular game's training manual. Like, I don't remember this being in the original training manual. So let me see, training manual. I don't think the game has a training manual. It has a notifier, it has a DNA tracker. To track how many kills and how many everything you've been doing so far based on synchronization. Notification every time it notifies you. Training, there's this training center, and there's a static training center and a manual training center, or stasis training center. overall stasis, memory stasis, assassination stasis, fighting, social stealth, guild stealth, guild state, animal state, distance climb. These are all things that I'm supposed to be doing. Your state or stats, like regular game stats, state stats, however you want to say it. Intro, controls, actions, yes, actions, ground actions, Connor's regular actions, pressing this, triangle, holding button down to make Connor automatically free run while holding R2. You will also automatically pass under objects. No shit, I've been doing that the entire. If you press square while you're in profile. Disarm enemy, throw enemy, throw the enemy, yes. Using your tool on the enemy. Steer the hour, no, to steer the horse. Almost said house. Assassinations. Range attacks. Gallop. Circle to prepare to jump off. Horse. Swimming. If you pass under a low beam or branch while holding circle, you'll automatically jump up to grab it. R2. Press and hold R2 to swim fast. So I've been doing everything here. So for regards to actions, general actions, there's the game actions. There's general actions and game actions. Game actions is L, up, down, X, look, profile, target lock, L2, this is some serious bullshit, man. I have to go through this whole fucking thing ridiculously. And I'm doing all these damn things. Some weapons such as muskets have two functions if you press square. Context actions or contextual actions. All of the contextual actions are on the circle button. Interact with objects, so on and so forth. So the circle button is not just for dropping, it's for contextual actions, interacting with doors, starting events, so on and so forth. But I don't see anything with regards to parkouring. Detection loop, notoriety loop, in-game menus, pause menus, quitting the game, leaving Animus, DNA tracker. None of this shit says anything about leaping from one object to the next by pressing another object. The only thing that says that is when I'm playing the damn DLC, which tells you eagle vision, cameras, so on and so forth. But none of these instructions are present in, like, DLC instructions aren't present in the actual game. These are actual game rules of Assassin's Creed 3. I don't know, I might have to look on a video online. This is some ridiculous ass shit. Can't believe this crap. Come on. Okay, so this person is playing the video. Let's see what he does. Okay, he goes here. Goes in there. Yep, I did that already. He goes down here. Get to the scene where he takes out the guys on there. Escapes getting killed by a bear. He's lucky. But he's getting eaten by the cougar. Escapes the cougar. Let's see what he does now. Okay, he's watching the video of his mother escaping. The guy shoots the bear. She goes to the door. He lifts the door up. He then swims through this. Been through that part. He's now swinging. Let me hear what he has to say. If he's going to have the same trouble as I do. Let me turn this up.
Swing! Oh, leap of faith. Alright.
Are you shitting me? Wait a minute.
Come on. Swing! Swing! Oh, leap of faith.
Okay, so you're supposed to do how to do leap of faith. Did I completely forget how to do leap of faith? It's because leap of faith is you swing forward and you kind of jump in the air, but you have to press a certain leap of faith. It's not a leap of faith. Leap forward. In mid-air. Leap of faith is the action you do towards the end. Leap of faith is an Assassin's Creed traditional originating from the ancient practice. No, it's not that. Leap forward. Leap forward in mid-air. Using eagle. You know what? Let me try. Let me try it again. This is some bullshit. There's a button you're supposed to press for him to leap forward, and it's not the drop button. So, how is he going to leap forward if none of the buttons are working? There's no button working whatsoever at all when he's swinging. None is making him leap forward. The only one that makes him leap somewhat forward is the drop button. But the drop button makes him drop. It makes no fucking sense, man. Okay, I gotta figure this out. How to jump forward while hanging in a beam in Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed 3 Move Guide. Rogue Academy. Because the damn menu within the game is so convoluted, it's stupid as shit. Like, they couldn't think to actually separate jumping moves from fighting moves from dodging moves into separate categories. They had them all mashed together. This is so dumb, man. I can't believe I'm wasting my time on this bullshit.
always remember about this button as it relates to movement. If you're airborne for any reason, you will have your finger over this, ready to press it. If you get hit by a rock off a building, you get ready to hold empty hand. If you're jumping from one rooftop to another, you get ready to hold empty hand. If you just press whenever you're falling through the air, holding down empty hand, whether it's circle, B, or shift, will make the assassin reach out with their hand, and you control what direction they reach in around you by using your left stick or...
Okay. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if it's empty hand. I don't think it's empty hand, but who knows? It's not like this is an Xbox controller or some shit. Maybe I can, actually, now I think about it. Maybe it's a wolf thing. No. He just it's so weird. It's like the game completely forgets that he was swinging and just let him drop. Like if a character's in the motion of swing, it cannot automatically just drops to the ground. So he has to complete the swing first and fall in the period of the swing. That's why the physics for any Assassin's Creed game from 1, 2, and 3 has always been shitty because there is no physics there. No one just drops like that, or nothing just drops like that. And there's another thing too. I didn't even press the circle button that time. I pressed the X button while I was in mid swing. So I'm going to try that again. Apparently that's all of a sudden working, the X button. All of a sudden when I'm swinging with X, it starts to work. It wasn't working before. And it's not working again. But it just worked there. So this is weird. It's weird as shit. When he's swinging and he's in high swing, the X button doesn't work. Like if his feet are all the way up here, all of a sudden the X button doesn't work. Not working. Not working. But if it goes back, all of a sudden, or if it's directly, see, it's not working, X not working, X not working, X not working. Then all of a sudden it works. Like, what in the living shit? I don't. I really don't understand that. Like the X button only works when he's directly pointed downwards, not when he's swung forward. I don't. I don't get that. Like, okay, like if I don't swing with him and I press the X button, he doesn't let go. He does not let go. I'm pressing the X button. He's not letting go. He's not letting go. He's not letting go when I'm moving the buttons. But he lets go the moment I swing. And it's not when I regularly swing. It's when I'm directly pointing downwards, not when my feet are all the way back or my feet are all the way front, but directly downwards. He lets go. And that doesn't even work half the time either. See, it's not working now. See, and then all of a sudden it works, and then the whole eagle eye thing popped up. But like, what in the shit is going on? Look at that fucking bullshit. Are you shitting me with that? And fuck this game. That was pathetic as shit. That's a full one for me. That's a full one off. That's some pussy shit, right? Why couldn't it do? Okay, see that's why I'm saying a full one. I'm taking a full one from this game. Look at that shit, just there, just now. I turned around the corner. He fell. He was in slow motion, and then I pressed the eagle button for him to fly there while he was falling. Why couldn't it do the same thing at that other section? No, a full point, 1 point off. That's some serious bullshit. Serious bullshit. I wasted like probably 30 minutes of my time on that shit. That's a fucking one off. Terrible. Terrible. That's a full one from the game. The Tyranny of King Washington was going good, and then that stupid ass button. Granted, I forgot the button, but even when I did remember the button after looking it up online, it still wasn't working the way the game said it's supposed to work. It was glitching out. Fuck it, a whole one off. I'm glad their game is better now from since Assassination Creed or Assassin's Creed 3 days, but in all truth, they've never really been good at coding when it comes to like Ubisoft has always been shitty at two things: one, microtransactions, and two, coding. So yeah, fuck Ubisoft. They've always been bad at that crap. They always overprice and charge things ridiculous high amount. Like game companies like Ubisoft, EA Games, ridiculous price for shit. That shit always pisses me off. I'm dying here and all this crap is happening because this dumbass company back in the days couldn't do its coding properly. Like literally pressing the button for the code and the damn thing isn't working because you have to do it at the exact time, at the exact moment. So damn stupid. And I see these idiots online talking like the game mechanics is the greatest thing ever. Like, no, it's not. The fact that I had to spend 30 minutes here just to figure out this thing, and after I figured it out, it didn't operate the same way and it bugged out, means it's terrible. How I know this is true, like when I was doing assassins of certain blue coats in the game, assassin's contracts from Thomas Jefferson. There was a guy moonwalking backwards, like in the game, doing a straight up Michael Jackson, running backwards. And it didn't look like regular run backwards. It looked like he was moonwalking backwards. In this very video. I have no time for thinking about anything right now. So pissed off with this dumbass thing. Don't really care. Who cares about the timer? How about get your game on point? Wait, what the hell? It didn't work? Wait, oh, okay, it has to look like that. Alright, fine. It has to look that way. What are you doing? Oh, it's vertical. The lines are vertical. Okay. The lines of the circle are going upwards. They're all vertical lines going upward. Okay, fine. Yes, it's vertical. So far everything is good about the tyranny of King Washington except that one part. mainly that one part. Before I was having a fight with George Washington, but then I realized it was due to my own forgetting the actual mechanics. But in this one, I didn't forget the mechanics. The mechanics was bugging out when I was actually doing it. Where it has to be specifically on point. So it's terrible. And no one
Mother,
could
it is time I finished what you began.
and no one could tell me that it's wrong because I've been pressing X the whole time while I was hanging on that damn thing. Without swinging, I was pressing X. He did not let go. And when I was swinging and I was pressing X, double tap X or press X once, he did not let go. And he did let go at a very specific point. So you have to be extremely accurate at a very specific point for which the game does not tell you what that point is. So you're basically guesstimating based on a freaking isosceles triangle. Where on the damn isosceles triangle should the angle be? Should it be more to 45 degrees, 35 degrees, or closer to the 90 degree? Where on the triangle should the isosceles be? On the right? On the acute? On the obtuse? At what point when I'm swinging am I supposed to be swinging towards? More to the obtuse or more to the acute? Or more to the freaking 90 degree? Now I'm pissed off, man. Like I'm ranting and stuff because I'm very pissed off. So much of my time went into this bullshit. Okay, so there's a secret passage somewhere. Or a ladder. Or something to hang off. That's located around here. Hidden. Hidden behind a wall. Or my eagle eye. Find an indication point. I doubt it's an arrow thing. Alright, so I'm just supposed to find like a waypoint or indication point or a leap location, leap station. So I entered, where did I enter from? I entered from here, through this door, and came into this room. And I have to go up here. So I have to find a perch location where I could perch in order to get up there. So only thing that makes sense is right here, and then I go up here using eagle. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. Go forward. See, shit like this, you just take your time and concentrate with regards to this, but this whole jumping forward thing has to be exactly on point is freaking dumb. Where I was taking so long to do that jump, there was no slow motion like there is just now in that other location. So that was a damn bug, alright. Because there is supposed to be a slow motion when you're falling, and it didn't happen. So I'm taking a full fucking 1 point off. That shit really pisses me off.
it is you at last.
Commander Washington, if you give up the apple, I will let you live.
Give up the apple?
It controls you.
Is that what you believe? Possibility that it could control someone. Perhaps it can.
You have been corrupted by the apple's power.
Corrupted? Well, that raises an interesting question. Do you wish me to give up the apple in order to save my soul? Or do you wish the apple for yourself so you can control the nation?
The true rulers are the people.
Let's not deceive ourselves. It's an absurd thought, but let's suppose that I were beholden to this apple. How would you behave differently?
I would use it for the good of everyone.
Well, the possession of the apple is both a burden and a blessing. Tell me, when you shake the earth, do you feel that you are a slave to the people? Or do you wish to be their master?
The people want you brought down.
But you didn't answer the question.
I am the only king here! Fading from sight only angers me. Burn, miserable cur! Behold the searing light! Any other tricks? Recoil before my vast power. You cannot reach me. Of course. Are you just going to stand there in plain sight? Here is the heat of my anger. Where have you gone this time? See the light. Let this singe your flesh. Burned by divine fire. Behold the searing light. Disappear. It won't stay you. Let this singe your flesh. See the light. Here is the heat of my anger. Burn, miserable cur. Where have you gone this time? Fading from sight only angers me. Let this singe your flesh. Here is the heat of my anger. Burned by divine fire. See the light. Burn, miserable cur. Behold the searing light. See the light. Fading from sight only angers me. Here is the heat of my anger. Where have you gone this time? Burned by divine fire.
Disappear. It won't save you. Burn, miserable cur. Let this singe your flesh. Where have you gone this time? I will send you back to hell. Back, you miserable wretch.
I will end you for all you've done!
We are now many. Burn, miserable cur. Here is the heat of my anger. Ah! See the light.
Armageddon! I died trying to bring down Washington. I plead with you, do not pursue the apple.
My son, I am so worried for you. The sky journeys have led you astray. Give up your fight for the apple, please, my son. Please.
Now's your chance. Take the apple. Take it. Take it!
Commander.
Take it. Take it from me. I do not want it.
No man should possess a power so absolute.
Sink it into the sea. Weight it, and sink it to the bottommost reaches of the ocean.
Where are we headed, anyway?
Commander Washington,
I thought I was alone.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's quite all right.
Things appear to be at a stalemate.
I'm afraid so.
A
Might I
damn
suggest,
Templar.
Commander, that a republic cannot survive in a world with so many contending powers.
I beg your pardon.
Elected bodies, to be sure. The war was fought for this. For this nation to prosper. For this nation to thrive. The weakness of a republic must be balanced by a powerful man at its center. A powerful man, Commander, who, if I may be so bold, would be elevated in the eyes of the world if he were given the title of king.
Sir, I believe I can answer you in complete candor. Your proposal raises the greatest mischief that could befall my country. You could not have found a person to whom your schemes are more disagreeable. Let me conjure you then. If you have any regard for your country, concern for yourself, or posterity, or respect for me, to banish these thoughts from your mind. Never communicate as from yourself or anyone else a sentiment of the like nature.
We are done here.
You want to go back?
Yes. Back. Take us back.
A damn Templar showed up. Too bad for him. Washington already saw what happens if he acquired power, like Templars, who follow Juno and those crazy freaking futuristic aliens. So that's the end of King Washington. It was pretty damn good DLC, except that one section. It took me like 30 minutes just to get past. So I'm surprised. This game is extremely good. I mean, Assassin's Creed 3 is very good, but Infamy was good. Betrayal was good, and if it wasn't for that 30-minute thing of lagging and Redemption, it would have been good too. So the entire DLC was pretty damn good, except for that one part. So the first part, episode 1, Infamy, was with him and his mother coming back to life, and turns out that King Washington was corrupted by this thing from the future, which has to do with Juno and her people in the future. But what's weird is, how did it get in the game itself? What I mean by the game, the system. The system of Assassin's Creed, of every Assassin's Creed, is Animus. It's a futuristic type of system that could simulate the past, for which you could go back and check things with regards to your ancestors for clues in how to save the world from coming to an end. But the Animus is more than that. It's a layered stacked cake of past, present, and future rolled into one. So when you're uncovering things from the past for the present in order to save the future, you're also digging things from the future in order to bring into the present. It's like your actions are all stacked on top of each other, because Juno came back to life because of them digging into the past with the help of the Templars in order to save Earth. So it's very, Assassin's Creed is very weird. I said it before and I'll say it again. They have one of the more complicated stories that you just can't figure out normally. It's not as easy as time travel. And time travel isn't easy at all. Just to understand time travel, that's hard. But what they've done isn't time travel. They're not traveling back in time to ancient history. They've created this type of machine that can copy events of the past when they're happening in the past, so that by the time the future becomes the present, and let's say people are driving cars, and no one remembers a time when people used to ride horses. Well, the system remembers because it was there when it was happening, and it recorded all those events and the people's blood and their sweat and their tears into a type of genetic type of recording pool, an animated genetic recording pool. And when it assimilates individuals, people, bots, and the world and buildings around, it copies exactly the composition of their DNA and creates it all over again. So like, it basically, if someone was to shoot you dead, if that system, that machine was there, it basically copies your entire DNA at that exact point of your death, and you died, and then all of a sudden at that exact point it recreates you based on your original body. So no one, every time you go back and play Assassin's Creed in the past, Valhalla, Black Flag, events of your ancestors, all it did is just duplicated them, and then you're somehow able to go into their bodies by use of the animus without them knowing. So once the system is over, and once you're finished your mission, you get back into your real body. Whatever the system was that built these things then takes them apart, and the people who takes them apart, the bots, don't know that they've been taken apart because they believe that they're real, but they're not anymore because they've been dead for centuries, but they don't know this. That's why when you're playing an Assassin's Creed in France or in Italy or the Caribbean islands, they believe that they're actually still there because they really are still there. The machine is like a time duplication thing. It's freaking weird. That's why everyone hates fucking Juno and the Templars. They're like psychotics because they're able to mess with time, not in the way that you believe time is messed with. They're able to change things from the past and make a new future by using their machine. And by using their machine in real life of the past, they're able to influence the current present. And we say, well, wait a minute, if they simulate things in the machine, it's not affecting what's going on present. No, the machine has the ability to replicate things from the past, not in the present. It digs to the past. It's able to kind of transcend time in the past and then duplicates exactly what's happening there. Like, it goes to a point in the past and it blueprints what's happening in the past and it duplicates it in the present in a certain void space, and you go into that void space. So it kind of is in some ways able to access the past even though it can't take you back there. So by their understanding, by the Templars understanding that the past can be manipulated if you're able to pull that blueprint, so when they do certain events that are happening, they could fold that events within that system on top of the past or a period of time, and thus wiping out the real past events that happen, because they're both the same. They're both the same people. So when something is changed in the system, it's changing whatever the events are happening in the past, or it's not changing what happens in the past. It's changing everything that's moving forward from those events. Because, you know, if someone recreates me, the original me is dead, but the time for which I died in is not dead. It's just me. And my duplicate body would just take over my position of what I was doing at that very moment. But the trees, the sky, the sun, those aren't changing. I just change. So that's what that system does. These people are psychotics. Assassin's Creed is complicated well, should I say Assassin's Creed, not 3. Assassin's Creed is complicated as shit. Like, you could get into a whole thesis, write an entire book thesis on exactly what Anus is and what's going on. It's not as simple as time travel or folded dimension. It's not a Reed Richards thing from Marvel. It's a little bit more stranger than that. That's why I've always been into Assassin's Creed. But that's it for Tyranny of King Washington. The next one I'll play is the one with the woman. But I think for the rest of February, I'm gonna call it quits, because I still have those animes I have to post on this channel, and I got 2 more weeks left to get all those February animes, or should I say all those January animes completed. So I'm gonna take a break from gaming for a while. So I think that's it. That's all I gotta say with regards to this. I might go back and look at... Wait, what? What is this? Exit bundle menu? Oh, okay, yes. I had the bundle. I remember when I bought the remastered version. It's a bundle. It's a bundle pack. But it's strange, man. It's a strange game, because it's weird when people play Assassin's Creed, they're thinking they're playing like the Odyssey. They're playing the stuff with Homer, and they're playing stuff with Valhalla, or they're playing stuff with Brotherhood, or with Unity at certain periods of time, or France and liberation, or the Great Rebellion, or the Great coup in Japan. You know, all these different times in history, you know, or Tiananmen Square, you know, in China, all times in history. And they're thinking that they're playing a story in a certain time in history, but they don't know they're not playing a story of a time in real history. They're actually playing a simulation of a story in a time in history, which they know, but it's not really happening at all. What's happening for real is the Templars and that crazy bitch are in the present, or whatever the present is that Desmond's from, and they're moving around in certain places. And when you go and play a different Assassin's Creed game, no matter where it is, let's say it's in 20th century Vermont or something, when people are wearing bell bottoms, you know, and it's civil rights time, or it's Woodstock, doesn't matter. It's not really happening. What's really happening is Juno and the rest of them are doing something while you're doing all this. While you're talking to, let's say, Frederick Douglass, or you're talking to Martin Luther King, or you're talking to Kennedy or something. It's like, oh, these are all real historical things. The people who made the game are happening, but what's really going on while you're doing all these things, while you're, you know, charging into the enemy's base, or you're the Vikings, or you're the Greeks in their ships attacking this island. While all that is happening, the crazy freaking aliens, I call them aliens, are actually doing crazy stuff to change the world while you're doing all this. So it really is no point for you to be doing all these things in the past, or it is a good point, but they're messing with the present, and they're changing the present for the future they want. So the only reason they access the past is they're trying to save the world from an end. But that's not what really happened. When you're playing an Assassin's Creed game, you're playing something in the past, but you have to keep in mind that at the very moment while you're playing it, someone is actually doing some futuristic shit, cyberpunk shit, while you're doing that at the same time. It's like you're in a pod sleeping, and you're living out a fantasy world while some real war shit is going on in your real life around you, but you wouldn't know because you're in the past. It's very strange. But what you're doing in that pod while you're sleeping is actually affecting what's going on around you as well. And Juno, knowing this, is using that system in order to manipulate the past in order to assist them, because for reasons I can't understand, they cannot seem to rule the world with their own power at that time. They have to always go in the past. It's very weird and it's very complicated. And even if someone says it's not really complicated, it's, if you really go into the heady part of it, it gets more complicated. It's like saying to someone there's no such thing as aliens. There will always be someone that says there is such a thing as aliens. They have no proof whatsoever, but they will always believe it is so. So bring me a dead body of an alien, scientist says, and then everyone will be congratulated. I believe it too. I can't see the proof until the proof is presented. So that's the end of Assassin's Creed 3. I had fun, and Tyranny of King Washington was badass as hell. So I'm taking a break from uploading videos for about the next 2 weeks until the upload of the February anime of 2025.